America's legendary racetrack.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
And the rock and roll world of NASCAR's Winston Cup.
Incredible racing.
Anything can happen, and the best is yet to come. Rated S for speed.
No more time for previews. The feature presentation is a...
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double shot of time.
It is considered one of the greatest relics in all of racing. Indianapolis Motor Speedway has been open since 1909. However, these 3,400-pound machines have not seen these hallowed grounds until 1994, when Indiana native Jeff Gordon took the first ever win for the Brickyard and his second win of his illustrious career. In fact, on the Sprint Cup side this year, Jeff Gordon actually ran a race in the 88 subbing for Dale Earnhardt Jr., who unfortunately has concussion symptoms and will be out the rest of the Sprint Cup season. The last lap he shared with Tony Stewart, I have to say, really touched us all. What historic moments are we going to see this afternoon at the Brickyard? Is NBC Sports is going to present the Brickyard 400 this afternoon. Temperature here, not what many people expected. Many people expected an overcast day, highs in the low to mid 70s, which is very unusual for mid-July, but today, almost mid 90s, barely a breeze in the sky, no clouds whatsoever. What's it going to be playing on these drivers? Okay, these drivers already have to face wickedly hot cockpit temps as it is. In fact, this is one of the few races where they actually have a lot of cooling features put in. The other one being California and later Darlington, California later this year with an extra cooling unit put in the helmet. And every team is required to have 4 boxes of water bottles today. And it's going to be interesting to see how the driver can bear this midsummer heat at Indy. Well, it's currently 86 degrees right now, a little after 2:30 p.m. here. So it's going to be a game of heat, keeping your car, keeping your literal cool inside the car. And it seems to be the later stage of the races. These races lately, past 2 weeks, have been really picking up intensity. Could that be because of the race to the chase? Guys like Jonathan Wishart, he has not received a win this year. He would love to win for California. He's currently 15th right now. Or guys like Zach Speed, he'd love a win. But guys like Dylan Murway, Hunter Miller, all 4 of the 500 drivers have punched their ticket in the chase. And as of right now, will we see a new winner or a repeat winner this season? While we do that, let's take a look at the starting grid. In row 1, we have the Jimmy John's Funky Fast Chevrolet and the M&M's Toyota. Row 2, we have the Hostile Nation Chevrolet and the Motorcraft Ford. Row number 3 finds the Cobalt Tools Chevrolet and the FedEx Express Toyota. Row 44 finds a Pennzoil Platinum Ford and the White Deuce Ford. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots, we got the Dollar General Toyota and the Eris Toyota. Great run for these guys. Hot Wheels 44 with the 11th place starting spot. And how about Jake Basinger out of Michael Waltrip Racing, showing some much needed speed. He could have been shot to be in contention for this thing before it's all said and done. While we look for the rest of the field, let's see if we can put on last week's winner, Hunter Rizzoni. Hey Hunter, it's Wally Dawn back up in the NBC booth. You got us? Yeah, 10-4 Wally, I got you. Looking back, you probably watched a tape of our Pocono coverage last week. What have you looked at to put yourself in that right position at the end to hopefully secure a win? It's, from a driver's standpoint, it's just a mental game, getting yourself in that right spot, thinking, okay, I've saved my stuff, and later on, it's going to be perfect time to strike. And when that yellow came out for the 31 wrecking and the 43 wrecking on the front stretch, we were ahead of the 48 down in turn 1, and that's how it got us, and got it. And with 3 more checkers and the pressure of the chase getting closer, a lot of guys are going to start doing desperate things. That's probably going to be the theme. So, the Wendy's, the race menu today presented by the DreamWorks movie Trolls. 34 laps. I'm sorry, 14 laps today. 34 cars. For some of the major keys that Hunter brought up, it's going to be a case of just keeping your equipment clean, keeping your nose out of trouble, and just overall just not getting in any situations that could possibly damage your car or your chase hopes. Desperation, especially on late restarts. You're going to see a lot of guys try to push each other. Occasionally guys won't go on restarts, and that could create some situations where your chase hopes could be in trouble. Especially between now and Indy and Richmond, in California, we got some pretty tough tracks coming up. We got North Carolina Saturday night on TNT, but that's next Saturday. That's the future. Let's worry about what we have now. A sold-out crowd at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on a beautiful day in July. Here we go. Dylan Murray leads him down, and the green flag is into the air. We're racing on NBC. So far, it looks like it's going to be 5 bonus points for Dylan Murray as he's going to come out of turn 4, lead lap number 1 at the Brickyard. Everyone seems to be clean here for these first laps. This Nate Sherman seems to have that bottom lane. But how about the 21? Look at this. pulling way out. He's going to try to make it 3 wide. Remember, 3 wide you can do here at Indy. Indy, this actually helped him pick up a couple spots. Maybe. Goes way wide here. Almost got the wall, and ooh, a little bit of a scrape there. Hunter Rozzoni, remember, wanting to lead the first lap, but at the same time, Dylan Murray and Hunter Rozzoni both have wins and are in the chase as of right now. So for them, it's just be a case of take it easy on the restarts, you'll be fine. Just a case of easy going on the restart. Pocono, California, many drivers swerve at big tracks, such as California, this place, Michigan. Even the back straightaway of some intermediate racetracks like Charlotte or Atlanta or Texas. In an attempt to break the draft, the 48 did try to get a run. Look at that. And it worked going down the backstretch. It's because the dirty air created by all the cars. You're going to hear us talk a lot about air, and especially using the draft of, despite everyone having packaged similar to what Winston Cup cars ran here. Allowing people to make clean passes, but at the same time, many encouraging lots of side-by-side racing. Oh, Basinger out of it. Got way wide out of 4. Could he have a tire down? Nick Sherman has the lead, and he has a good gap on the 4 car. Out of 18 to 4. He won fight for us. What? Four laps into this 14th fair, and we've got green all race. No crash, and you're on board the 18. We almost had one a couple laps ago between the 24 and the 55. Now almost looked like we had one between the 24 and the 3s. The 3 gets into the grass. Everyone scatters. The 14 almost runs into the wall. Oh, got one up in the wall. 25. Caution is out. Turn 2. It's unclear if he got any help, but the looks 33 hooked us. 33 hooked us, guys. 33 hooked us. And in this scramble, trying to get by, the 43 and the 1 almost get together, almost turning the 43 around. Just when these drivers were about to come to lap number 5. For end of that lap, coming to the 5th lap, it just seemed like a case of if you watch closely. See that? Oh, wow! Heavy hit for the 25. Then he goes in again. And then, whoa, look at that. Everyone just scatters all the way down the inside. Three 25 car coming down pit lane. On lap 6 here, the Brickyard. We ran 5 laps under wide open green flag conditions. The first caution flag came out for the 25 who had major contact. Noah Spalding not happy on the radio. But here's what his crew chief had to say. I don't know what the goddamn 33 was thinking. Nice job. Yo, what did I do? It was not my fault. I know, it just sucks, man. You're just back with these idiots who think they know how to race, but they don't have a goddamn clue how to race in these how to race around somebody how to race. They just hook them. It's just so stupid. And that is how the 25 spotter feels about the incident. Steering was knocked out. He's done. Well, it took 5 laps. But we have a caution within. We'd like to remind you while we're waiting under this caution flag as they clean up the oil that was left down in turns 1 and 2. That's next Saturday. That Saturday night at North Carolina. They're going to be at one of NASCAR's toughest racetracks. Many people describe it as a concrete 1-mile Richmond. Into Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern is where you see some. You just cover card countdown to green on TNT. Hopefully rain. That race won't be affected by rain. And while we're here, cleaning up this caution before they double up for the restart, I'd like to take a look at our race to the chase schedule. There's the Portland International Raceway, which has been replaced by Sawmill. 2 p.m. on NBC, the first ever Portland Grand Prix. Then you got the fast 2-mile racetrack in Michigan, where it's manufacturer city, and then Bristol Saturday night white knuckle short track racing, and then throwback weekend at Darlington, and then the Chase Decider in Richmond. The majority of those races are going to be put on NBC. with the inclusion of the race at Michigan and the race at Bristol or Darlington. Then the chase for the championship. Majority of those races are going to be done on NBC, with Nashville being the only TNT sports race. So while we get bunched up for this restart, Nate Sherman is on the front row. Dylan Murray will be to his outside. Remember, the 48 is the control car, so the 4 cannot go ahead of him, or he will get black flagged. Then the 18 and the 41 in row number 2. Zoix Moon in the Sports Center Cup Series in row 3. Jackson Hunter and Caleb Hoffman, row 4. And how about Jacob Tube in the 24 car? With a pretty good call by Alan Gustafson. Put him on 2 tires and fuel, and half a shot of fuel. It could help, because we could have long run to the finish. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Boy, that 4 car, 48, did not get a good restart. He's lit him up big time, bumping and banging as they go into turn 1. Almost 4 wide, coming out of 2, and around goes the 41. Sideways off of the bumper of the 22. Spin, 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 spin. Knock it down, knock it down. Caution will fly again. Kept it out of the inside wall. Did a great job of doing that. And not spinning into traffic and getting more cars. Take it back to the restart. Through the accordion that resulted, it was an accordion, one of those accordion incidents. The 18 just pushed a little too hard. He had the 48, he was on the bumper of the 48, pushed way too hard, and the 41 just, that is a clean restart. If the leader does not spin the tires, it's up to whoever's in first to go. Oh, and that was where it was outside to go. That was a very bad restart. See, the 48 and the 18 down on the inside. I guess he's up set at the 18. Then, while they were going through 1 and 2, they were 4 wide. By the way, they were 4 wide. 4 wide, and it going into the corner, it is bad enough. This, when he came up, got the 22, as he came off the corner. I don't think I don't think he hit anything. And around he went. Look at that. 11 gets by, 22 gets by. Wow, look at this. This could have easily been a multi-car wreck, and very rarely this season if someone messes up a restart, it's It's never been this clean. He's spinning on out of control. I'd say he did a very nice job. Came by just almost got the inside wall. Probably tore a little bit of brass up. So he'll go down, get 4 tires, and we'll line them up again. And problems for the 4 down on pit road. Oh, could it be a issue? Issue with the 4 car. Dave. Well, Alan, Dylan Murray got on the radio, said there is a bad spark plug in this car. Something's going bad in the engine. They're taking a look under the hood. Rodney Childers has told Dylan what it is. It's that it's just not running right. They're going to look under the hood. It's obviously a very devastating blow to a very fast car here at Indy. Indy has already dashed some dreams today. 2 Stuart Haas drivers have trouble on a restart. The 48 car of Nate Sherman doesn't get going. 48 doesn't get going, and unfortunately 41 fell victim. Room to contact with the 22. So, and there's the hood going down on the 4. Take it to the garage, guys. We're gonna have to look. It's gonna be external. We're gonna have to go inside this thing and fix it. Go to the garage. And man, that's a tough blow. Especially after having such a good car, running up front most of the race, and just seeing your car just give out like that late. That towards the late stages of today's event just kind of stings. Dylan Murray rolling back to the garage. He will join Noah Spalding in the 25. Now, while we're at it, let's have a better attempt at a restart. This is David Hoots getting on the radio for the 48. I want a clean start for the 48. 48 this time. I want no games played by the 48. And here's what Chad Knaus had to say. What? No games. The 18 was right up on our asses on the restart. Now NASCAR wants to friggin' penalize us because we jumbled up the restart. I know, that's stupid. That's so bull. That's stupid. Obviously, Nate Sherman very adamant on the radio. But this time he's the control car, he's on the outside with Zox Moon now taking the inside for this restart. Pace car is off into the restart zone. Let's go full throttle. Presented by Sun Energy 1. Ready. Restart zone. Ready. Let's go scan all 40. Let's go scan all the drivers. They tried to make a lap, a cleaner lap on a restart. this time around. Ready? Green, 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 green flag, green flag, green flag, green flag. Watch the run. Watch the run. Inside 24. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch 18 inside. Inside 3, 3, 3 wide, 3 wide. Alright, buddy. 3 wide, 3 wide. 3 wide, 3 wide. 3 wide, buddy. 3 wide. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Clear, clear, clear. Watch the 48. Watch the 48. 48's gonna give you a push. 48's gonna give you a big push. Watch 22 in the inside. 22 now inside. Block him, buddy. Block her. Block her. Block her, dude. Block. Zox Moon with a crossover as she crosses up, takes the top spot here at Indy, runs her way up the racetrack. Here comes Nate Sherman. Sherman out of nowhere, 3 wide to take the top spot here at Indy. 5 laps of racing to go. '22's got a tire rub. And oh man, that was insane on the restart. But at 18, oh, turn 1 hard into the wall. That's the 18. Oh no, that's a 22. 22 into the wall. Oh, 2. Turn 2. Tire let go? Yeah, it did. It's done. It's killed. Another major issue. One major contenders and implications here. And especially on the restart. So little laps remaining. Major damage to the left front of the 22. Then on the pit road. Let's look what happened. So this is the incident. That might have been the contact that did. It was when he got into the 24. He got loose, and then right here. Oh! Have we seen history between these two before? I'm thinking Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Kansas, and Martinsville last year. Between the 22 and the 20. Yeah. That looked pretty intentional. Looked like it kind of hurt. On board 20. Alright, 22's coming up. 20's going to come down. Spin and spin. Watch spin. Watch spin. Watch spin. They're spinning. They're spinning. He's in the wall. In the wall behind you. In the wall behind you. Caution's out. Caution's out. Well, if you want to know what we're talking about, Kansas last year. Here's Matt Kenseth going up. Kenseth, he was risking the block, but Logano just drove in there, picked his 2 tires off the ground, sent Kenseth spinning. Talladega, Logano comes down, doesn't see Kenseth, cuts in front of him to pit. And then Martinsville, after a wreck with Keselowski, Kenseth has enough, plows him into the fence. And that unfortunately led to a suspension for a few races for the 20. Now the 22, unlike the incident with 25, doesn't have a lot of damage. They can just need to square that left front out, pull the right. They just need to square the right rear way so it doesn't cut the tire further. And then they'll just be on their way. Matt Zuxman got on the radio and said, "Hey, guy," when his crew chief Todd Gordon asked what happened, she said it bluntly at best: "We just got taken out by somebody that doesn't have patience to drive." And we're getting down to that time of the race. Everyone they're going to be in a situation where they're going to be fighting for space. On a restart, what will we see here with 2 to go? Hopefully we don't tear any more cars up. The 78 with a great pit call by Cole Pern, but this might land him in the middle of something that may look like a big old scramble on the restart. Just leave it at that. Here we go. After a quick restart, there will be 2 laps left in scheduled distance. This is not a green and white checkered. This will be a regular restart. Here we go. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, the 14's turned. Into the wall goes the 14. Hit by the 31. And now cars begin to crash behind. The 42 is in it. The 88, the 43, the 6, the 41 with damage. Just before a few feet after getting to the start-finish line, a multiple car pile up on the restart. And it happened because the 14 didn't go. I don't think he went. They're just picking our left tires off the ground. And because he did. And oh my gosh. There are a lot of heavily torn up race cars. Hot Wheels 44, heavy damage, a lot of oil leaking out of his car. Apollo Moon in the 88, major damage. Some little left radiator damage to the 42. Oh man. Oh wow, look at the 14 car. With some heavy contact. Act on the restart. He was the one that got beat in the door. You alright, bud? You alright, bud? That's his spotter, Bob Jeffrey, talking. Remember, we talked about some of the bubble drivers in those pressure situations. Guys like Peyton Beasley, Brendan Little, Hot Wheels 44, Derek Lewis, KFC Cup Series. Guys like that, yeah, this could hurt them in the points. As you can see, the major damage to the 14. Obviously, the one that is down. Medical crew is there. The 16 did get by. Derek Lewis. This was one of the other drivers in it. We are going to get a red flag situation so they can take care of some of the cars involved and mainly focus on some of the guys that took heavy hits. Guys like KFC Cup Series, who is currently walking to the medical care center right now, probably very frustrated. Now, Brendan Little, despite the fact that he is sitting down in turn 1, he was not a part of the accident itself. He did bring to the fact of how much damage he received. But he was in the midst of the major accident. And as of right now, see, let's take a look at how many cars did get damaged. It looks to be probably about at least pretty close to about 10 cars getting damaged in that accident. And many of them actually taking some pretty heavy hits, mainly in the form of KFC Cup Series. Remember, he got tipped by the 3. Just, oh yeah, that's picking the tires up off the ground. And Derek Lewis comes in, piles into him. That's what really got the wreck off to a start. And that's why there's a red flag out currently at the Brickyard. Nicholas Lopez with some major damage. His crew is working to repair his car. And the attrition list may have just grown from 2 cars currently out of the race. Add 5 more. Add 4 that we know of out of the race. And of course, when the 42 came up, he got hit again by the 5. So right now the 88 is also down on pit road, getting repairs to his nationwide machine. The red flag is out. The big pile up at Indy. This is just like Pocono last week. A late restart because of the bottleneck situation. And unfortunately, cars got damaged. And lots of them. This is what Jonathan Morrison had to say about the incident. Oh man, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Tell the 14 spy I was so sorry. I'm trying to push him, but I don't think he was able to go. With pretty extensive damage, and remember the 3 he actually owned up to that accident. It was a stupid move on his part, as you heard him say on the radio. He was trying to help the 14 get by, help the 14 probably follow him on the backstretch, but as we all know, it is pretty narrow to pass. I think they had a deal in place, just didn't work out the way they wanted. The caution flag is back out. 41 pulling up to 88 and to 10. We're going to be in pit road here. OG moves. So we're going to go into overtime again this season. As we know, there are 3 attempts to a green white checkered. If we get to the if we do not make it around to the white flag and there's an accident, line them up, do them again, up to 3 tries. If there is an accident on the white flag, then the race is over. If they make it to the white and there's an accident, unless it is out of the way, they will let them race. If it is in the way and the driver is, just to make rules clear, so it's not like NASCAR where they throw a yellow 100 feet from the line. If there is a wreck and the driver is not in harm's way, there will be a caution. However, if the driver wrecks and lands in harm's way on the final lap, the caution will come out, or if they made heavy contact with something on the final lap, the yellow will be out for that situation too. So, if you're Jacob Tube, what's your plan? Make sure the 18 pushes me. The 18 is going to need to push me very hard going into turn 1. And now I'm at Zuck Spoon getting pitting free pass, getting on the lead lap, and actually pitting for lead lap cars. So now she's up in the mix, and ironically near the 20. While we're at it, let's take a look at your first green white checkered attempt. First attempt at Indy, presented by Credit One Bank. Jacob Tube getting a pretty good start there. Was able to clear the 48, but 48, however, that time 48 hangs in, gets a big move on the outside lane coming out of turn 1. He is able to come down in front of the 24 car. As far as the 18 slides of the racetrack, there is contact. As they continue to beat and collide at the back. Beat and bang going into turn 1. And coming out of 2. Trying to break the draft of the 2 by going down to the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact. Forcing his way in there. Into the grass goes the 2. Saves it. Man, what a save for the 2. But is it still green? Look at Isaiah Johnson. 21 car. Or I'm sorry, Xavier Sindreska. 21 car up to 3rd. Oh man, this could get good. This is gonna get good. I gotta tell this will get good. Nate Sherman, Jacob Tube, clear the accident, clear the wreck. The midst of the chaos, out of turn 4, they can see the white flag lap one more time around the Brickyard. Let you guys know that the two car did get in front of the racetrack after trying to shove his way between the 2 and the 24 and 18 and the 24. Oh, bro, the 18, 21 get together. Now they're seeing if they're in danger. Oh, heavy contact. Big time contact for the 18. As the caution has come out, this means Nate Sherman, sweet redemption after last week's caution rigged win at Pocono. Now he's got to maintain speed all the way around. They just knew wrecking like that just wow, that is heavy damage for the 18 car. 21 also involved. However, 21 is damage is fixable and drivable. Nate Sherman low on fuel. Can he make it around? Nate Sherman, at the moment of caution, is declared the winner of this race. Wishard stopping the car. Get out of that thing, buddy. It's on fire pretty bad. I want to get out of that thing. Whew. Who ordered burnt M&Ms? So Nate Sherman will get to do the tradition, kissing the bricks. Somehow the 18 still drove the car after hitting head-on in the inside wall. That's interesting. The fire truck to the scene of the 18. And however, congratulations to Nate Sherman. Let's take a look at unofficial results, or how the wreck happened first, while NASCAR sorts out the data. You see, going into turn 1, sucked the air around, and it looked to be the 21 was able to keep the car away from the wall by locking it down. However, when he came back, hit the 18 car. Oh. And, yeah. Oh, that's a shock for the 18. Big lick. Big time lick for the 18 team. So while they end the race, they've, scored Nate Sherman as the winner. And however, they have elected to score Wishart 24th and Xavier Sandreska 23rd. Remember, 21 is one of the bubble drivers. The 18 is another bubble driver. We will probably drop from 11th to about 14th. a lot of bubble contending drivers with issues this afternoon. Nate Sherman with a win this afternoon at the Brickyard. Good run for him. Jacob Tube ending up second. Ooh, Mason Powers. What a big confidence booster for that team. Finishing 7th. Peyton Beasley 8th. Eric Gamer 10th. Alex Wheeler with another top 15. Darnell Matthew. Jackson Hunter. Looks like Chris Washer with a good finish. Moving on down. Albert Alonso in the 17. Then these were the crash cars. Heck, this entire page. $24 on back. Or this entire shot. Right now, 24th on back would basically be every single one of these cars that were involved in accidents. So, Nate Sherman can earn the tradition, going down, kissing the bricks, parking his car in front of them. Man, he's excited. Yeah! Nate Sherman, great win for his team. I'd like to remind you on our race menu as we continue the run to the Chase, North Carolina, Saturday night on TNT. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then the road course visit number 2. His next season schedule may be revealed in a few weeks. For next season's schedule for Ihop Cup Series competition may be revealed. Just keep your eyes open for that. Remember. And then Michigan, 1:30 p.m. Eastern is when coverage begins on TNT. And Bristol. Yeah, everybody's favorite track is coming up in a couple weeks. I think probably the biggest question mark in that little stretch of races between now and California would be Portland because of the new road course. In fact, a couple teams actually tested out there. Saying they love how flat it is. It's basically Martinsville but for road courses. Better road course. Anyways, congrats to Nate Sherman. Make sure you like today's video if you enjoyed. Comment, subscribe. Those only take half a second of your time. And while you're at it, follow me on any social network possible. There's a good chance I might be on it. And above all, have a good weekend.